Welcome to Near East Christian Fellowship. Today we'll be talking about fears, and specifically we'll be focusing on the fear of the Lord. Everyone has fears on this earth. Everyone living on this earth has his own fears. If you're an atheist, you're scared of dying. If you're a student, you're scared of failing your exams. If you're a business person, you're scared of losing your profits. If you're a lecturer, you're scared of losing your job, and every other kinds of fears. And the most important one and the most critical one is that some people are scared of the unknown, what they don't know about. They don't know what the future holds. They don't know what will befall them in the next few days, and they get so scared. But for believers, that is what makes the big difference, because the believers, they serve the all-knowing God, and because they serve the all-knowing God, they are settled. They don't have fears. They are relaxed in their own mind. But let's check it once again. The scripture actually used three contexts of fears in explaining how the believers also experience fears. So in the beginning, from Genesis 3, we discover that after the fall, after the fall, Adam was actually telling God that he was scared. He said, I am afraid because I heard your voice. I am afraid because I heard your voice. And this is the first context of fear that the Bible actually talked about. Simply because he has disobeyed the commandments of God, he has disobeyed the rulings of God. And we discover that Adam was actually afraid. And the first context is being afraid. The first context of fear the Bible talks about is being afraid. So, which is the one we see in Adam's case. The second context of fear is the spirit of fear in Timothy. And this spirit of fear, what it actually does is it makes you timid. It makes you incapacitated. It makes you unproductive. It makes you not to be able to express your giftings that God has given you. Although you are a believer, but when they call you to come and do certain things in the fellowship, you are scared. When they call you to come and take certain roles in the church, you are scared. So this is timidity. And the last kind of fear that the Bible expresses is the fear of the Lord. This is actually a reverential fear for the Lord. It is a fear that actually talks about how great God is. You stand in awe of Him because He's almighty. He is all-knowing. And that is the kind of fear every believer should express. It is the fear of the Lord. It is simply the fountain of life according to Proverbs. And it is also the place where you can find fortress. So you can ask me these questions. How can I begin to cultivate the habit or the lifestyle of fearing the Lord? The lifestyle of having this reverence for the Lord. The first thing is that you need to have knowledge of this God that we're talking about. He's the all-knowing God. Is the God that gave you His only begotten Son. He gave you His only begotten Son to express His love for you. So the first thing is knowledge. You must have knowledge about this God. The second thing is that you must have an encounter about this God. You must have an encounter about the love of this God. He has given you love. He has given you His only begotten Son. And He has done greater things. You need to have an encounter with Him after having the knowledge. Then thirdly, you must be obedient to this God. In the obedience, you actually show your reverential fear. When you practice obedience daily to His commandments, through obeying Him, you stand in awe of Him. You fear Him. You are not afraid of Him like Adam. You are not afraid of Him like those who have disobeyed. But you fear Him. You reverence Him because He's the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. And if you check the book of Jeremiah lastly, He said that the Lord said, I will inspire you to fear me. I will inspire you according to NIV. So I want you to understand that these four things will actually help you to cultivate the lifestyle of reverencing the Lord. The knowledge, the encounter, the obedience, and the prayers that helps the Lord to inspire you. Thank you. I trust that you begin to fear the Lord in all.